Hey, I want to talk about the Holy Hydrogen Lourdes Hydrofix hydrogen water machine. So I've talked about this one before, but I wanted to give another review video just to talk about it. There's a lot of questions about this product. I think because it's not a US based company, people are wondering whether or not, this thing is legitimate. And I just want to assure you from my research that I think it is. You can look at their website, which I have a link to in the video description. So what do we know about Holy Hydrogen as a company? Well, they are from Japan. They're Japanese based, but they have a US office in Portland, Oregon. If you go onto their website, which first of all, I got to say, it's impressive they even have a website. In the world of hydrogen water right now, there are many products that don't have a website. Some of them that are for sale on Amazon don't even have an Amazon page. They don't even have a shop. They just, you really can't find almost anything out about some of these products that are being sold. If you're trying to help your health, with hydrogen water, and you're investing especially, a more significant amount of money, then I think you want to know a little bit something about the company. So anyway, Holy Hydrogen has a website. That's pro number one. Way more than that. On their website, they have a lot of information about the company. You can see their board of directors. You can see all the, the people who work for the company. They have research articles on their product and on hydrogen water. They are very open about their founding. Holy Hydrogen's product that we're reviewing here today, the Lourdes Hydrofix Premium Edition, it was created by a father who was trying to help his sick daughter. Lourdes Hydrofix was created by a man named Takashi Haida, whose daughter was diagnosed at birth with SMA, which stands for spinal muscular atrophy. Sounds like a really terrible condition. And from what I read, because this is all on their website, the whole story, you can read it. From what I understand, this SMA, people who have it can get very sick from any kind of contaminants. Many things cause them to really have some severe issues. As a result of having SMA, she couldn't, have any pollutants or contaminants in her water. And so Takashi, the father, wanted to create a way of her being able to get water, but not only water, but hydrogen water, because he was aware of the research into hydrogen water and all the antioxidant benefits and other benefits that it can have for people. And so he wanted to create a machine that would really eliminate all the contaminants, the metals that leak through the electrolysis process into the water with other machines. He wanted to make a medical grade product that would be able to help his daughter be able to have the hydrogen water without all that nasty crap. So that's what inspired the creation of Lourdes Hydrofix. So I encourage you to just go on their website, read more about that. What else do we know about Lourdes Hydrofix itself? I put it in the category of hydrogen water pitcher, although, it is a hydrogen water machine, but there's a lot of different kinds of hydrogen water products out there. It's bigger than a bottle. It's not the full machine that, just allows you to kind of fill up a glass of it. It's a 1.5 liter pitcher, but they have their own unique technology that you can read about for how they create the hydrogen water through electrolysis. They have a separate chamber to create it. They have nano bubbles, they call it, of hydrogen that their machine creates, apparently able to be absorbed into the body even better. Their machine creates up to 1.6 ppm, that's parts per million, of hydrogen in the water, which is pretty good for a hydrogen water pitcher. Now, the other cool thing that the Hydrofix has is it has the option of a nasal cannula, which allows you to, basically breathe in the hydrogen gas that is created. And you can have it on different time cycles so that, for, upwards, I think, of 90 minutes, you could be breathing in that hydrogen gas, because there's studies that apparently have show benefits to taking in hydrogen gas as well, in addition to the hydrogen water. Now, I'm not a doctor or a medical expert, but I'm telling you that they claim that this product is medical grade. The metal and the machine that creates the electrolysis, that creates the hydrogen water, is medical grade. And so I encourage you, if you're looking for a hydrogen water product that creates not only solid hydrogen water, but is medical grade and is really free of contaminants that can come into the water through the process of electrolysis, I encourage you to, go on their website, read their research, and maybe give them a shot. When you're looking to make a purchase of a hydrogen water machine, in particular, if it's a more expensive purchase, you definitely want to do your research. You want to know that the technology is actually going to work. Is this a reputable company? A lot of hydrogen water products out there are claiming different things, and I think it's so important that we find a hydrogen water bottle or a hydrogen water machine or pitcher that is from a company that is reputable, one that we can actually trust. I trust Holy Hydrogen. I think that they're so transparent on their website with, how they have made this machine and all that they're about. And so, I think that this is a company that personally I trust, and I commend it to other people. Now, how much is the Hydrofix? Typically, it's around $2,600, which if you look at other hydrogen water machines, this is actually a pretty good deal. Hydrogen water machines that are like the bigger countertop ones, usually are going for upwards of, over, $4,000. So $2,600 is pretty decent. However, for a lot of people, it is rather pricey. But I think when you're looking at the reputableness of the company and the medical grade equipment, and that it's actually doing what it says it's doing, I think to me that is not a thing you can put a price tag on. But they do have deals a lot. I think right now, as I'm making this video at least, it's a few $100s off. This is a holiday weekend I'm in right now, but I would encourage you to just follow the link in the video description and see what their cost is right now. Other thing you should know about the Holy Hydrogen Lourdes Hydrofix is that it is not available on Amazon. There's some ones you can find elsewhere, but I would encourage you to get it through their website to make sure you're actually getting the real thing. I would encourage you to check them out on their website. You can follow the link. They'll ship it to you from wherever you are. They do have a US-based office, so if you're in the US, they can ship it to you. I hope this overview of Holy Hydrogen Lourdes Hydrofix was helpful. If it was, like and subscribe, and see you next time.